Welcome to Ashoka Online Academy. So our continuation class, the last class we have completed oils and fats and soaps and detergents we have, and also the stains on the cloths we have completed in the last class. Next we are going to one more important concept, pollution. In competitive point of view, this is the most important topic, pollution. Yes, the different types of pollutions we have to going on. So polluted, so how to pollute our environment. The different pollutions we have to see like this one, by the human activities it causes the different pollutions, as maybe development we are calling, but our environment we have to destroying by the human being activities. So the different types of pollutions we have to see like that one, our atmosphere, especially air, we have to air pollution, and also the water polluted, and also the soil polluted, and also the sound pollution, a different types of pollutions. In this topic, what are the important pollutions we have to see that one, that is our atmosphere, mostly air pollution, one more important you understanding, water pollution, water pollution. One more important we have to understanding about that one, soil pollution, and also the sound pollution, So see that we have to understanding here the pollutions, the different types of pollutions we have to understanding, air pollution and water pollution and soil polluted and sound pollutions. So this is the environmental pollution we have to understanding. So what happens if the pollution causes, what happens? We have to do a different changes in the environment, we are calling as a climate changes. What are the effects of pollution? What are the effects of pollutions? So what the major effects of the pollution? Effects of the pollution, that is climate change. Yes, our climate change, mostly we have to understanding here climate change. Yes, our climate change. So what do you meaning of climate change is greenhouse effect. Greenhouse effect, we have to see understanding here climate change, by the pollutions we have to causes the climate change like that, greenhouse effect. Yes, the temperature unexpectedly increasing. So unexpected droughts, unexpected floods, we have to causes a lot of damages in our the climate. We have to understanding climate changes, greenhouse effect. So this is the our earth temperature unexpectedly increasing. So due to that one, the ice mountains, what are the understanding, the poles will be melting, then the water levels of the oceans will be increasing. So whatever that the climate change is the one of the effect of pollution we have to see. So what are the important effects we have to see that one? So we have to causes of the what about that one? So one more important, acid rains. Acid rains. Pollution affected mostly climate change and greenhouse effect we have seen, and also the acid rains. We causes acid rains due to the effect of the pollution we have to see that one. Next, one more important, acid rains will be raining. It has been raining acid rains due to the effect of the air pollution. Mostly we have to see that one, acid rains, and also the ozone depleting. Yes, due to the effect of pollution, the most important layer in stratosphere, it is completely depleting. This ozone layer has been depleting due to the effect of the pollution. So these are the main effects of the pollution. Pollution means we know very well about we are the human being activities. By the human being activities, we can polluting, air polluting, water polluting, soil polluting, sound polluting, like this. Due to that one, we have the different effects we have to facing today, that is climate change, greenhouse effect, and acid rains. We have also been ozone depleting. Yes, depleting of ozone layer. So we have to understanding that pollution causes. So one by one we have to see, first of all, what about water pollution. First we are going to discussion on the water pollution, then after air pollution, then after soil pollution, then after sound pollution, and also what are the effects of the pollutions. Then after effects of the pollution, how to prevent, what do, because of pollution is not taken by our country only, the whole world the responsible for the pollution, the environmental pollution, the old countries, all the countries responsible this one. So that how to reduce the pollution, for the what are the steps we have taken for the reducing of the pollution, the worldwide we have to see, the international agreements for the climate change we have to see, and also the ozone depleting, what are the agreements we have to taken for the future generation. So in international widely we have to see that one, like that Kyoto protocols, Montreal protocols we have to discussing in this concept. First we are going to understanding about water pollution. Yes, due to the effect of the human activities, our water is polluted. According to the UNO, there is no pure water. There is no, I think 80% of peoples has been suffering from the taking drinking water. In a worldwide we have to see. So most of the people suffering from the taking a perfect drinking water. So that water polluted. How to water polluted? So first of all we have to, what causes of water pollution? If water polluted, what happens? Water pollution, once we have to see like this one. If the water polluted, what happens? So what are the diseases caused by the water pollution? Yes, water unwanted materials, whatever that microorganisms, bacteria like that developed. Not only this, the non-biodegradable materials, what the plastics and polymers cause the water pollution, and also different chemicals. We are using in agriculture widely fertilizers. Today we are using DDT, BHC, endosulfan. So altering like that chemicals, pesticides we are using in our agriculture sector. That's also pollute the water. This non-biodegradable plastics pollute the water, and different causes for the understanding the pollution of the water. So that what are the main diseases causes? Due to the effect of the water pollution, what are the diseases caused? So for the first of all we have to see that one. So the water pollution causes, mostly we have to understand some important diseases. What are the diseases completely by the water polluted? So if the water pollution, what the diseases we will cause? So mostly we have to understanding, first of all we have to cholera. So understanding that cholera, so this is the one of the dangerous disease by the water pollution. Not only cholera, we have to understanding about that one. So what about the understanding like that polio? Most popular we have to understanding polio. This is also the water pollution due to that one. Typhoid. So you know very well about the typhoid also due to the effect of the water pollution. And also the hepatitis, it is also the water pollution disease we have to understanding like this in our daily life. And fluorosis, it is very dangerous disease for the bone and also the teeth. We have to observe fluorosis also very dangerous disease by the water pollution. And diarrhea, we have to understanding diarrhea, it is also one of the dangerous disease by the water pollution. If the polluted water, we have to causes the diseases we have to understanding. And also dysentery, it is also the disease by the water pollution. And mad cow, this is also water pollution we have to understood. Next, amoebiasis, it is also water pollution. Ascariasis, amoebiasis as well as ascariasis, the diseases we have to understanding you. Dysentery, mad cow, amoebiasis, ascariasis. And also not only these, the diseases we have to understanding you, that is cyanosis, which is called cyanosis is called methemoglobinemia. methemoglobinemia. Methemoglobinemia, it is the one of the disease also called cyanosis. It is also called blue baby syndrome. Blue baby syndrome. Blue baby syndrome. This is the disease caused by the water pollution. Cyanosis, also called methemoglobinemia, also called blue baby syndrome. These are the most we have to well known diseases caused by the water pollution. See that cholera, it is the water pollution caused by the cholera. Polio, typhoid, hepatitis, fluorosis, diarrhea, dysentery, mad cow, amoebiasis, ascariasis, cyanosis we are calling as a methemoglobinemia. It is also called blue baby syndrome. These are the dangerous gases caused by the water pollution. See, like this, the one more important concept we have to understanding here. How the water polluted, how can you measure, how can you standard, what are the measurements is there, any standard measurements the water pollution we have to know, how to know the water polluted or not, so that we have to follow the water standard measurements. What standards can be increased, what standards can be indicating the water polluted or not, so that the pollution control board, we have to understood PCB, the National Pollution Control Board, NPCB, we have to understanding pollution control board monitoring processes. What are the monitoring processes and standards we are to following, so water polluted or not, by the knowing of the following monitoring process, monitoring standards. That standards we have to indicating this water polluted or not. So the most important standards. What are the standards? Measurement for the pollution standards. How to identification of the most important standards? First of all, we have to know the water pollution standards. Number one is most important. It is called DO. DO means dissolved oxygen. Dissolved oxygen. Dissolved oxygen. DO. Dissolved oxygen. They are the one of the most important for the identification of the standard, dissolved oxygen. Next, one more we have to understanding COD, chemical oxygen demand. Chemical oxygen demand. This is called the COD, chemical oxygen demand. It is also one of the standard. One more, BOD, biochemical oxygen demand. Biochemical oxygen demand. Biochemical oxygen demand is called BOD. So DO, dissolved oxygen, COD, chemical oxygen demand, BOD, biochemical oxygen demand, and also one more important, TDS, total dissolved solids. Total dissolved solids. What are the important measurements for the identification of the polluted water? For the following PCB, Pollution Control Board, according to the monitoring standards, we have to see dissolved oxygen, chemical oxygen demand, biochemical oxygen demand, and total dissolved solids. We have to understanding these are the measurement standards for the understanding about the water pollution. So that first we are going to dissolved oxygen. What is DO? First we know about that one by one we have to standards we are going on. In this we have to see first of all DO. I am already said DO means dissolved oxygen. The amount of oxygen dissolved in the water or the amount of oxygen present in the water, that is called dissolved oxygen. What do you meaning of DO? Dissolved oxygen, the amount of oxygen present in the water, that is called the dissolved oxygen. But how to measure this measurement unit? The dissolved oxygen measured in milligram per liter. We should always measure this milligram per liter. This milligram per liter also called ppm. parts per million. 1 milligram per liter is equal 1 ppm. We have to take 1 milligram per liter is equal 1 ppm. We are called the DO is measured in the parts per million. It is the milligram per liter. So according to the DO values, DO means dissolved oxygen, the amount present in the water. The oxygen present in the water, that is called the how much amount of oxygen, that is called dissolved oxygen we call. So this is the understanding about this. The worldwide standards we have to know very well about this one. What is according to the WHO? According to WHO, World Health Organization, you know very well about. According to the WHO, so the drinking water, healthy drinking water, must and should you have to, healthy drinking water must contain the DO value. According to the WHO, drinking water, so must contain DO value. What is the DO value of the drinking water according to the World Health Organization? So according to the World Health Organization, drinking water dissolved DO value, we have to take in the DO value of drinking water. For this, DO value is taken is equal to the 6.528 milligram per liter. It is also in examination point of view given as it is also given as 6.528 ppm parts per million, or it is also given in percentages. In the percentages, 80 to 120 percentage. Whatever asking in examination point of view, three measurement units we have to understanding. According to the WHO, for healthy drinking water, we have to dissolved oxygen amount must be follows. 80 to 120% of oxygen must be present in the water, in the percentages. If you take the milligram per liter, 6.5 to 8 milligrams per liter we have to. If it is taken as a ppms, parts per million, it is taken as 6.5 to 8 ppms. So this is we have to understanding that according to the WHO, drinking water measurement DO value, the dissolved oxygen value we have to understanding about according to the WHO drinking water. That's better. But one more important, every animal or for living of the animal or so whatever that plant, yes, the water required for the plant as well as animal. I am already said in respiratory process and a breathing process, we just take our body 5% oxygen only. But our body must contain the oxygen levels are 98 to 120% in our body. We have to must follow. Our body must follow the better healthy one, 98 to 120% of oxygen levels we want. But the respiratory process we take the 5% of oxygen only. In this 5%, 2% taken by the human brain. There are only 3% of oxygen, so we have to, our body is not sufficient to our body. But how to take the oxygen from this one? By drinking water. By the drinking water we will oxy-rich. We will taken by the water, we will oxy-rich up to the 98 to 120% of oxygen. It is the saturated oxygen levels we have to understand SpO2. This values must be SpO2, we have to understanding saturated percentage of oxygen. That must be, we have to follow 98 to 120% of oxygen levels. When you see the corona disease, especially you know very well about coronavirus, that is decreasing the oxygen levels in the water, in the blood. So the main effect of when the oxygen levels is less than of 95%, it is very dangerous to the human being. So that we have to take properly water, and every day we have to take the 6 liters of water for the sufficient of the oxygen levels. We have to maintain 98 to 120%. So that the water is very important to the not only human being, it is every animal, every plant must be take the water. Then only we can increase our oxygen levels our body. This is the most important we have to understand. So that for living any animal or plant, so every animal or plant for living at least value of the DO So at least DO value is must be 4 to 6 milligram per liter for living of animals or plants. For living of the animal or plant, so at least water contain 6 to milligram per liter. If less than of 4 milligrams of liter, the water much polluted. The DO value can be indicating. How to measure the DO value? The DO value is measured by the DO meter. We are using the DO calculating meter. It is a DO meter can be measure the DO values. Those two important values we have to must understood. For the drinking water measurements, we have to follow 6.5 to 8 ppm must and should. For every at least for living of animal or plant, at least maintain the DO value is the 4 to 6 milligram per. So liter we have to oxygen. So we have to understand the DO values. So the DO value, based on the DO value, we can easily identify water is polluted or not based on the DO values. If less than of 4 milligram per liter, it can be indicating the polluted water. So that how? So more amount of oxygen will present in the water, that is better water, not polluted, unpolluted water we have to take it. So this is about DO value. Once again we have to see like this one. DO means the amount of oxygen present in the water, that is called dissolved oxygen. So here the two important, so what are the points we have to remember? According to the WHO drinking water levels, we have to 6.5 to 8 milligram per liter, or maybe percentages 80 to 120% of the DO value must maintain. So now at least for living of animal or plant, at least we have to maintain the DO value 4 to 6 milligram per liter. This is about so DO values. Next one more important standard we have to see that one. So based on the DO values, the water polluted or not, we can easily identify the DO values measurement. Second, we have to going to one more important measurement is the COD. I am already said chemical oxygen demand. Chemical oxygen demand, this is called COD. What we call this one's chemical oxygen demand, it is taken as a COD. What is COD? What is chemical oxygen demand? We have to understanding. So very simple it is that one. COD is defined as. So what are the how much of oxygen consumed for oxidation of the organic matter present in the water. So understanding chemical oxygen demand can be so defined as, it is COD defined as, COD is defined as, so the amount of oxygen consumed for oxidation of dissolved organic matter in the water. That is means of understanding COD. The COD can be indicates the pollution of organic matter, organic materials present in the water. It is completely explanation about the organic matter which is present in the water. So this is the consumed. If it is the water, we have to see that one. In this water, the different organic compounds. The organic compounds we have to given this one. But this organic compound must be decomposed. So must be decomposed. So how is it decomposed? By the consumption of the oxygen. So that the decomposing of the organic material, that is called oxidation. So oxidation means the addition of oxygen. That organic materials cut into the small particles by the oxygen. So by addition of oxygen, the organic materials are cut into these small particles, and that means degradable. The organic compounds are degradable by the oxygen. That is called degradable oxygen. That is oxidation. And what do you meaning of here the COD? COD defined as amount of oxygen consumed. Amount of oxygen consumed for oxidation of organic matter in presence of the oxidant, strong oxidant. In this process, we use the strong oxidant potassium dichromate or maybe potassium permanganate, KMnO4. These are the strong oxidants. Once again, I am repeating the COD value. If you take the any organic matter, nothing but bioorganic compounds, we have to take and food items, whatever items. After we have to eating, after leaving the, so what are the stored, we have to into the water. So what happened? That organic matter is decomposed. So after 1 or 2 days, we have to, that is biodegradable materials. That biodegradable organic materials easily decomposable. How to decomposable? By the help of oxygen. If it is more amount of organic matter is present in the water, so that more amount of oxygen will be consumed for the oxidation of that organic matter. So that here understanding you, if the more amount of oxygen consumed, that means more organic pollution present in the water. So that COD can be indicating the pollution of organic matter in the water. Very simple point we have to understanding. The COD indicates the pollution of organic matter which is present in the water. So that is means understanding your COD. So for this, in this process we are using that, so whatever the oxidant, that is strong oxidant we are using, that is potassium dichromate. We are using that one. K2Cr2O7 is called as a potassium dichromate. We are calling this potassium dichromate. The potassium dichromate mostly used and potassium permanganate used for the strong oxidants in presence of the COD. And what is the meaning of this one? If the more number of organic waste materials went into the water, that the water contained dissolved oxygen useful for the oxidation of that organic materials, so that the oxygen is consumed in the water. Then the oxygen levels will be decreased in the water. So that if the oxygen levels can be increased, the water will be polluted. If more number of organic materials, more amount of oxygen consumed for the oxidation, so that oxygen levels will be decreased. That is called the COD, chemical oxygen demand. So in presence of the potassium dichromate, mostly useful strong oxidant in the COD. So what happened? If COD can be increased, what do you meaning of consumption of oxygen can be increasing? That's indicate the pollution will be increasing of the organic materials. COD can be indicated, I already said, organic materials pollution we have to see understanding is the COD, chemical oxygen demand. So that we have to understanding the COD most important for the identification of the purity and quality of water. We have to decide. The COD decide the purity and quality of the water, and also COD decide the organic matter how much present in the water. That can be polluted water we can by the COD values. So according to the National Pollution Control Board, unpolluted water COD value must be 200 milligram per liter oxygen. See that every liter we have to must 200 milligrams of oxygen must require for the unpolluted water. According to the National Pollution Control Board, unpolluted water must be COD value 200 milligrams of oxygen must present with each liter. So that is the. So what about according to the National Pollution Control Board for drinking water? For drinking water COD value must be have 250 milligram per liter or 250 ppm parts per million. See, understood important here. What is the COD values? How to take that understanding the chemical oxygen demand. So according to the National Pollution Control Board, unpolluted water COD is the 200 milligram per liter. According to the National Pollution Control Board, drinking water must has the COD value 250 milligrams per liter. So this is about chemical oxygen demand. Finally, once again I am repeating, the chemical oxygen demand means chemical oxygen demand nothing but COD is defined as amount of oxygen consumed for oxidation of dissolved organic matter which is present in the water. How much of oxygen consumed, that is called the COD. What do you meaning of? The COD can be indicating the pollution of the organic matter. So what is the indicating COD? Especially that one COD can be indicating the pollution of organic matter in the water. So this is about COD, chemical oxygen demand. So next, one more important, we have to understanding BOD. What about the standard? One more water standard we have to understanding BOD. Biochemical oxygen demand. Biochemical oxygen demand. Biochemical oxygen demand. We have to understood now. We are going to biochemical oxygen demand. What is biochemical oxygen demand? Very simple. The before COD is defined the organic matter. So pollution we have decided. Next we are going to the biochemical oxygen demand. What indicate, how can you define? Biochemical oxygen demand BOD defined as amount of oxygen consumed by bacteria and other microorganisms for the decomposition of the organic matter under aerobic process. What do you mean understanding here? The COD we have already seen. What about the BOD? As water is much contains bacteria. Water contains bacteria and other microorganisms contains. So when you taken into some organic matter into the water, what happened? That microorganisms or bacteria can be decomposed that matter. At that time, that bacteria and microorganisms also taken oxygen from the water, because of every microorganism, every animal, every plant must take the oxygen for the survival, for the living. As well as biochemical oxygen can be explaining the pollution of the bacteria as well as other microorganisms. Biochemical oxygen demand can be indicates the pollution of the microorganisms, pollution of the bacteria in the water we can be indicating as a BOD. Simply once again I am saying you, biochemical oxygen demand means amount of oxygen consumed by bacteria and other microorganisms while they decomposing organic matter under the aerobic process. Under the aerobic process we have to understand. For example, BOD we have to say, in this water a lot of insects, bacteria is there and also the other microorganisms is there. When you take into the organic matter into the water, that microorganisms or bacteria decompose that matter. At that time, this bacteria and also the microorganisms also take an oxygen from the water. At that time, the water levels of oxygen will be decreased. Why? Because more amount of the bacteria, more amount of the microorganisms is present in the water, that a lot of amount of oxygen will be taken by the bacteria and microorganism. At that time, the oxygen levels will be decreased in the present water. That is called as a biochemical oxygen demand. And what do you meaning of biochemical oxygen demand can be indicates the pollution of the bacteria as well as the microorganisms. So this is the most important, we have to understanding BOD values. So BOD also can be indicates that quality and purity of the water. So you have to understanding here The BOD also indicating the quality and also the purity of the water. We have to see that one BOD values. According to the National Pollution Control Board, we have to see the BOD value for the drinking water. What are the drinking water? We have to understanding here. BOD values for drinking water we have taken is a 30 milligrams per liter, or also is taken as a 30 ppms parts per million. We have to see that one understanding you. BOD, biochemical oxygen demand, drinking water, or maybe we have to understanding like this one, 30 milligrams per liter, 30 ppms per million. So we are taken as a BOD, biochemical oxygen demand. So that we have to see there are dissolved oxygen as well as chemical oxygen demand as well as biochemical oxygen demand. See, simply DO means dissolved oxygen. The amount of oxygen present in the water is DO. What is about COD, chemical oxygen demand? Indicates the pollution of organic matter. So for the oxidation, how much amount of oxygen can be used or consumed? That is called the COD. What about biochemical oxygen demand? Biochemical oxygen demand can be indicate the pollution of bacteria and other microorganisms. So how the amount of oxygen consumed by these microorganisms or bacteria for decomposition of the organic matter in the water. So that is called as a biochemical oxygen demand. If the BOD values is more, that is also indicate the more pollution. So that COD and BOD can be indicate the pollution and also indicate the water quality and purity. COD, BOD can be indicate the quality of the water and purity of the water can be identified by the COD as well as BOD levels. So this is about understanding about the water pollution standard measurements and monitoring techniques we have to use it by the pollution control boards. See that we know very well about the water pollution on the earth surface. When you observe, there are about 71% of the water covers earth surface. 71% of the water covers earth surface. We know very well about. So this is the mostly 29% only our earth is there, our soil is there, earth is there, continents is there. Only 29% continents is there. Remaining 71% water. And earth surface mostly we have to 71% of water surface is there. So in this 71% of the water in understanding, so we have to understood in this 71 there are 97% of water available from the oceans. Yes, in this water when you see 97% of the water available from the oceans. Most probably it is a salty, so salt water. Maximum it is the salt water. This is not useful for the human being. So then only in this 3% is the fresh water. Only 3% of water is the fresh water which is available from the, so you know very well about glaciers and ice caps and also the lakes and also the groundwater and rivers. Like that we have to fresh water, just only 3% of the fresh water we have to available. So they have to understood the water how to available from the water. Maximum we have to only just 3% of water so fresh water we have to. Do you know very well about the pure water? So rain water also the best example for the pure water. What is meaning of pure water? Pure means the distilled means pure means in this hydrogen ions H plus and hydroxide ions OH minus. The concentration of H plus ions and concentration of OH minus are equal. This is the water is the equal amount of ions is there. That is the pure water basically. So it is not used as a electric conductor. Yes, the pure water doesn't able to pass the current. So that pure water is a So especially pure water is a, so especially electric insulator, because of it is not pass the current. So because of there is no conductivity of electricity, so that pure water is always electric insulator. Electric insulator. Basically the water is pass the current, but the pure water doesn't pass the water because of the equal amount of ions present in the pure water. So that electric insulating nature we have the pure water. So when we get the water is the electric conductor. If you add some amount of the salt, sodium chloride, when you add the sodium chloride to the pure water, so we have to add some minerals. Nothing but pure, we have to add some minerals, means ions. The pure water, when you add the ions, NaCl, we have to add, we have the doping like that, we have to add impurities. The pure water added by the impurities. Impurities means sodium chloride, Na plus Cl minus. What happened? There is no equivalence in the ions. The ions can be imbalanced. There is no equivalent. There is an increasing of ions. If you add the sodium chloride to the pure water, the ions will be increased. Due to that one, due to the increase of the ions, it is converts as an electric conductor. So that is the brine solution. When you use the sodium chloride salt solution, that is the brine solution. The brine solution is the best electric conductor. So with that understanding, and what do you meaning of the water in the pure form, the ions are equal, but it is not useful for the electric, it is not useful for the electric pass current. Not only electric current passed, it is not only useful for the drinking. The pure water doesn't useful for the drinking, because of for the drinking we have to must add minerals. Mineral means some other ions we have to must add, so that our drinking water we also call mineral water. Drinking water we also called mineral water. Yes, the drinking water means ions added, minerals added water. That is also called potable water. This is also called potable water. Potable water. That means our drinking water must contain the ions. The must contain the minerals that are solids. So that this is called as a solids. We have called how to calculate the how much of minerals must added to the water. So how much of the minerals? Minerals means less amount. That means called molarity indicator. The water molarity we have to understood. The molarity of water 50.5 moles. How much of moles added to the every liter water? Molarity means how much of moles, how much moles of solute. Solute means a less amount of ions added to the water. That is called as a molarity. The water molarity 55.5 moles we have. What do you mean? For the drinking purpose we have to must add the minerals. Some solids we have to add it. That is called as a TDS. Total dissolved solids. So total dissolved solids. So total dissolved solids we have to how much of is maybe so permissible. For the potable water we have to mineral water. So this also must maintain some range. So what are the ranges we have to maintain the TDS values, total dissolved solids for the drink. So here the standards we have to understanding WHO, World Health Organization. According to the World Health Organization, for drinking water, we have to must TDS value. For drinking water TDS. For drinking water TDS value must follow the according to the WHO, World Health Organization, it must be follow 300 milligram per liter. That means 300 ppms. We have to follow according to the WHO. But according to the Indian standards, so Bureau of Indian Standards, Bureau of Indian Standards, according to the Indian standards, Bureau of Standards, for for the drinking water, what about the TDS value? We have to must follow the TDS value here, 500 milligram per liter according to the Indian standards. Actually, the good values between 300 to 600 milligram per liter, the good condition, the good permissible water is the 300 to 600 milligrams permissible about that mineral waters, solids we have to understanding. TDS means total dissolved solids, we are calling as a TDS. According to the WHO, for the drinking water total dissolved solids 300 milligrams per liter. Each liter we have to 300 milligrams or 300 ppm is permissible. So Bureau of Indian Standards drinking water TDS value 500 milligrams per liter we have to see. For the good condition, for the good level maintained 300 to 600 milligrams per liter. So but TDS values for the refer to the reverse osmosis RO water plants. Understanding RO, alkaline RO. We have to today we are the basics also, some basic nature also adding. For the RO water, drinking water, it is also RO water. We have to maintain the TDS values. We have to follow 80 to 150 milligram per liter, 80 to 150 or 80 to 150 ppms. We have to follow the reverse osmosis, nothing but we have the water, we have to reverse osmosis drinking water. This is the 80 to 150 milligrams per liter. We have to follow this value is TDS, total dissolved solids. So this is about water standard measurements we have to see. What are the DO values and COD and BOD and TDS values we have to see for that, how to measure the water standards, how to monitoring by this process. So this is about water pollution standard measurements. Then continuation will be next video. Thank you.